Okay, we're going to work a little bit on how to use the bone tool. So first thing you have to do is you got to go up to File and New. I already created File, but I'm going to show you. File, New, and you want to make this an ActionScript 3. Okay, you cannot use the bone tool unless it's an ActionScript 3. So once you do that, you just hit OK. Alright, then I want you to just make some simple shapes. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I'm going to make a leg here. So let me just select this first one. You can go up to the top and go to Modify, Convert to Symbol. Now this needs to be a movie clip. Alright, I'm going to say OK. So now you see the symbol comes over here in our library. So I'm just going to kind of grab that and I'm going to make it a little smaller. Just go Shift, Control. Let's see how it looks. You might want to make it a little bigger so you get it the way you want. Just play with it a little bit. Okay, that's fine. So now we're just going to do the same thing with the foot. Whoops. We got to make sure we grab the foot. We're going to go up to Modify, Convert to Symbol, Movie Clip, hit OK. So then we're going to put that up here. Alright. You might want to make it a little small. It doesn't really matter. It's just showing you how we're going to do this, okay? Make sure everything's all together. Okay, so now what you're going to do, once you get all these into a movie clip, and you got to select all your items. You go up to the Select tool. Make sure they're all selected. Then you're going to go to the toolbox and you're going to go over to this funny tool right here called the bone tool. So what I want you to do is I want you to start from up here at the hip area. Just go all the way down until you come to where the knee is. And then you're going to go from there and you're going to go down to where the foot is. Alright? So now once you have these, you're going to create what is called an armature area layer right here, as you see up here. So let's get rid of this one. Alright, so you don't need that layer anymore. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go up to the top here. It doesn't really matter where you hit, what frame you hit on your timeline. I'm going to hit 25. And then, I'm sorry, first you have to make sure you have this selected. Alright, so now we have this selected. I want this one up here selected. So I'm going to go up to 25. And then you're going to right click and insert a pose. Alright, so now we have our first pose. So let's just go over to our animation. And let's just move it the way we want it. You can pretty much do whatever you want. Make sure you make it look natural though. You don't want to look like it's not natural. Okay, so there's our first pose. So now we're going to go back up. First we're going to select this one right here. We're going to go back up to the timeline up here. You can hit 50 or wherever you want. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to right click, insert pose. And then you're going to move this to wherever you want. You want to move it back like this. Okay. So far we have two poses. So let's just test our movie and see what it looks like. Go up to Control. Test movie. Test. Let's see how it looks. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, so we're just going to stop there. Let me just go back here and show you something. You can go over here if you want to just control this a little more. You can just kind of go down here where it says type. You want that animation to be stop and slow, whatever you want. You can change the strength. I put -100 in it. And you can go back on the timeline and do the same thing with the other one. Make sure you have the animation selected that you created. Okay, the same thing, type. Maybe you want that one to be simple and fast. So let's just see what it looks like. Okay. So that's it on that section. Let's just go over, and I have a helicopter here that I already had done. Looks a little bit better than my leg, I think. Alright, so let me just move these images up. As you notice, I already made him into a I already went up to the top and I already modified them, already made them the symbols into a movie clip. So we're just going to move them up here. Alright, we're going to go back over to the bone tool. I'm going to do the same thing. We'll start it from here though. Alright, and now I'm going to create another one. You know you've hit it when they all show up. Alright, so now I'm going to do this one first and go to 30, insert a pose. So I'm going to make sure I have my select tool selected. I'm going to pull this up here. I don't want it to go off though. I want it to look natural. So now I'm going to select this one and I'm going to go up to 60 and insert a pose. And you can move this. Make sure that it you don't want it to look unnatural. Okay, so let's just see how this looks. So we'll go up to the top again. Test movie, test. Alright, so that's it for using the bone tool. It's a pretty simple tool, but it allows you to do some pretty fun animations. So I'm going to stop here.